Welcome to Speed Scene Live TV, the only show dedicated to the sportsman racer. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, Hedman Hustler Headers, M&H Tires, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFote.com. With your hosts, Diana Might, Bruce Barker, Scott Lucky Hudson, Alex Rogio, Bob Beck, Bryant Layton, with Donnie Couch and Dar Hawthorne.
Wow, it seems like just, 6 days and 23 hours since this happened last. Good evening. Welcome to Speed Scene Live. That's Diana Might.
Welcome.
There's Scott Lucky Hudson.
I'm here. I'm in the house.
Hot Rod Bob Beck is here.
Oh, there I am.
And me, moi, I'm Bruce Barker. And hey, let's get to some video here. It's rolling, really, I promise you.
Oh, yeah.
This is some good stuff, too, Bruce. This is some really nice production on here.
Yeah, I love the way these guys put this thing together. Hey, while they're talking about NDRL, and we got news on that coming up, we were going to mention and bring up and kind of throw around the whole Tony Stewart issue with the sprint car. You know the story 10 times over by now.
Man, everybody knows that story. Everyone's talking everywhere.
Yeah, it's been talked out, and you know what? No matter what we say, we're going to be wrong because there's going to be a million people disagreeing one way or another. So, you know what? Why get into that can of worms, right?
Yeah, we're all armchair racers. We weren't there.
I know, we weren't there. We're watching video and hoping for a different angle, and you know what? We're just going to have to wait and see. So there's nothing to be determined now, so let's talk racing tonight.
Exactly.
That sounds good.
And you know what? Coming up August 16th, the NDRL, well, they're going to be at Route 66 Raceway, and we're going to talk about them tonight. They did the Blue Suede Cruise race, and well, we got an update. Dave with American Pie Gassers. Well, he's going to be.
There's Dave
in.
right there. See the white gasser?
Yeah,
he's going down the track.
He's in front.
Absolutely. And August 22nd through the 24th, ANRA, the American Nostalgia Racing Association Summer Nationals. Well, hey, that's going to be at Bakersfield Famosa Racetrack. That's an Auto Club racetrack, isn't it, Bob?
Yes, it is. And that, you can think about Auto Club sponsoring every racetrack in Southern California.
You know what? And hats off to them. Thanks to Auto Club, because without them, we wouldn't be racing here in Southern California. So thank you, Auto Club.
Hey, next week we're going to have Charlene Bauer from Bauer Motorsports Media. She's going to be on the show talking about off-road racing and what's going on, and she'll also give us an update about her How to Get Sponsored webinar. That's going to be coming up. And in 2 weeks from tonight...
Yes.
2 weeks, 1 night, 1 week, I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, that same night probably. We are going to talk to John Muldowney. Yeah, that's right,
really?
Muldowney. He grew up around drag racing. He's got a famous mom named Shirley, and he's going to be talking about a brand new top alcohol funny car that he's involved with. Ooh. He's going to talk about where the car was, what their plans are, what their goals for the future, and he's also going to kind of give us some other insight into the world of John Muldowney.
Ah, that's going to be good.
That'll be fun. Bob,
dirt?
No dirt.
Just the inside world, huh?
The inside world. Bob, what are you talking about tonight?
Well, the registration is opened up for the famous SEMA show this year in Vegas, and we're going to talk about last year's show. I've got some photos for you to look at and try to entice you to become a member of SEMA and come to the show in beautiful Las Vegas.
I have got to get to that show. Come on.
Be a member of SEMA, so you're going to tell us all the perks of being a member, Bob?
Well, we'll talk about SEMA in general and what it's done for the industry, and that's the perking up because it's kept it going. Now, don't forget the Yellow Bullet Nationals at Cecil County Dragway is August 29th through the 31st, Labor Day weekend. The counter is on with yellowbullet.com. Then go to their forums. Now, also, Match Race Madness is happening August 23rd at Barona. Come down to Barona Drag Strip down there near the San Diego area and watch Heads Up Racing on its best and get the DVD. And, I think I know someone who's going to be there.
Bob, I heard there's been a turn in the world of announcers, and they have a brand new announcer.
Yeah,
and
well,
who
he's
would
kind of
that
old.
be? Who would that be, Bob?
Well, I'm kind of old, but yeah, I will be there.
You're
live.
The brand new old announcer.
I am the brand new old announcer. It's kind of like Bruce and I talk about radio a lot, and it's kind of like I started out when these cars were new. So I'm the oldies guy, just kind of like oldies radio. It's oldies drag racing, and I'll be back. So we're going to be down at Barona the 23rd for the Match Race Madness.
Well, that's going to be great. I'm a big fan of Barona Match Race Madness, and Bruce, I think you might even have an interview with the young lady that did some of the interviews while we were out there, and she had a chance. We'll probably show a couple of interviews tonight, but she had a chance to talk to Irwin, didn't she?
Yes, sir, she did. Let's take a look at some of that. And I know we got a little, as they say in the TV industry, B-roll while we take a look at some of this action at Verona. But, yeah, so she was kind of the roving reporter during this event, wasn't she?
The roving reporter, that yellow Mustang is his car, and that's a great car. These are two of the fastest cars on the property.
My name's Sonia Cortez. We're here at Verona Drag Strip, and we're going to interview some of the racers today. We're here with Irwin at the Verona Drag Race. So tell me about your car.
Well, it's a 465 Mustang running a small block Ford, leaf spring car. That's about it.
You've always had a thing for Mustangs?
Oh,
or?
yes, indeed. Since I was a little kid, I used to rip the emblems out of the cars, and yeah, so that's how I became a Ford guy.
Okay, so I noticed your, I'm not sure what
Training wheels.
Training wheels. I learned something new today.
Yeah, well.
I noticed that yours are smaller compared to everyone else's. They have them longer.
Yeah,
Is there a reason for that?
Yes, because I'm still running a leaf spring, which is the leaf spring car, and it needs to have this pretty much that high. Otherwise, the car will not work properly.
Okay, so I didn't know that. You taught me something new today. Is there anyone in particular you're looking forward to race to?
Oh, whoever comes right now is Steve Sherman, so yeah, we're still going at it. The cars are pretty consistent, some numbers, and so it's going to be all about the light. I'm feeling pretty good.
Pretty good? Are you excited, motivated?
I'm always excited when I get in the car. It's just like, the adrenaline just keeps going and going. That's my fix, my medicine.
All right. Well, it was nice meeting you, and I hope you win today.
Thank you.
Enjoy it.
Well, Sonia did a great job on the interview. It's always helpful to have a pretty young lady out there interviewing the guys. But, hey, Sonia, never tell a guy his things are little or smaller than everybody else's.
Yeah, that's not nice at all.
Well,
That's not nice at all.
She didn't point
You
it
got
out.
to tell them that they're really big and impressive.
Yes, and they dangle. Hey, you know what? That is. She was talking with Irwin Cuellar, who's driving this car. I don't know if you noticed, it went by really fast. On the back of his window, on the backlight, he has a sticker on there that says, "I race at Irwindale," but ERWIN, because that's his name.
Oh, nice.
That's cute.
Yeah, he does, and he comes out every Thursday night and runs with that car.
Oh,
He's
does
been
he?
run-
So
yeah.
he actually races at the real Irwindale.
Yes, he does, and he runs 570s with that Mustang.
That's a fast car. That's
Dang.
a really
That's
fast
quick.
car.
Got a Ben Alameda built motor. And it's a small block of unlimited cubic inches, I guess. But that thing goes pretty good. He ran against Jim Branham just a couple of weeks ago to do a little match race preview.
That's a familiar last name. We'll have to talk about that, Bob.
Yeah,
Well, we might have an interview with his wife, a young lady by the name of Diane Branham, who I got the pleasure to be able to race. And I don't think she's going to be racing down there, but I think he might be racing because he's got that nice Vega, right?
Yeah, I know he had some little motor problems at Irwindale, but I think by now they've got him back together again. And if he's out this Thursday night, then I know he's testing and tuning to go after Irwin or anybody else he matches up with.
And, this is a great race. If you're not going to race, go to spectate because you'll have a ball. There'll be a lot of people there. I think they're racing later in the evening, so it's nice and cool, right?
Yeah,
nice.
the gates open at the door. We start racing at 4 p.m., so it's going to be a nice evening race. It's down near San Diego. It's inland a little bit. Guys, come on out and race. Let the wife or the girlfriend go over to the Verona Casino.
Hey,
Give her
what do you
20
mean?
bucks.
The wives might want to watch the
They might
races.
wanna- but
Come on.
if they don't, there's the casino, and they can, have some fun, lose some money, leave a
There's-
deposit, whatever the case may
There's
be.
also the buffet over
That's
there.
it. I
And
gotta try
gotta
that.
tell you, that dessert bar area is awesome, ladies. So, you don't want to hang out at the racetrack for any reason, or, you've just had enough.
Yeah,
Go to
yeah.
the casino and enjoy it there.
Well, speaking of having enough, I've had enough. Let's take a commercial break, and when we get back, it's time for the Nostalgia Drag Racing League. The NDRL will be telling us all about their last race, the next race, and everything in between.
I'm Cade Poe. I'm Maverick Moy. And you're watching Speed Scene Live. At Aeromotive, we believe that performance means reliability, longevity, and durability. Being the best is no secret. By utilizing aerospace processes, procedures, technology, in-house engineering, true applications knowledge, and 3 generations of track experience, it's easy to see why we're the best. We take great pride in the fact that everything we sell, we design and make in the USA. See our entire line of fuel pumps and related products by logging on to aeromotiveinc.com. Aeromotive. We know it, we race it, we live it.
60 years. That's a long time for a company to do any one thing. Doing it right while sticking to your founding values. Now that takes hard work and dedication. For 60 years, Hedman's all-American workforce has been devoted to manufacturing the very best headers any team of craftsmen can build. That's 60 years of cutting, 60 years of bending, 60 years of welding, more than 2 million in all. And every set made right here at home. At Hedman Headers, we build all American horsepower, then back it up for life. Hedman Headers, made in the USA.
When we're not busy winning B-Gas, we're watching Speed Scene live.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online drag racing TV show. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFoat.com.
Oh, yeah, it's Dynamite. We're here with Speed Scene Live. It's another Tuesday night. Hey, that was the B-Gas bombshell young lady there talking about watching Speed Scene Live. We got Scott Lucky Hudson here to my left.
I might be racing that B-Gas class someday.
You think so?
Someday. And Dynamite, will you be my blonde shell or bombshell?
Well, I guess I'm blonde, so I guess I have to be. But I'm not wearing hot pants and backing you up, I'll tell you that much.
Darn it.
Looks like I'm going to have to start accepting some applications.
There you go, and let's see how well that goes, all right?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got Bob Beck with us. We're paying that camera guy. Thank God it's in peanuts.
Or
as Big Willie would say, hot dogs.
Yeah. I'll move into that other seat and I get really confused.
And, of course, our camera guy, Bruce Barker.
Yeah, see, where's my peanuts?
Excuse me?
This
Say
union,
that real fast. Your
union is
what?
miserable. They don't even give me my peanuts on time.
Peanuts.
Peanuts.
Yeah, let's pronunciate that real well. Okay, very good. Let's.
Oh man.
And I didn't even have the watermelon margarita that Lucky tried to get me to drink earlier. So we don't need it.
It would have been a way better show.
It would have. You think so? I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd be up here on the counter dancing.
Talking about enunciating. Yeah.
Dang, Lucky, you're right.
And I'm wearing a dress, so that would have been fun, huh?
Oh man.
Well, since we don't have margaritas, how about we bring on Dave Mullen?
Let's go to line 1 and welcome Dave to Speed Scene Live. Dave, welcome to Speed Scene Live.
Hey, thank you, everybody. It's great to talk with you. How's the weather out there in sunny California?
What do you think, babe? It's awesome. Sunshine, mild.
Perfect.
Little clouds up in the mountains, tiny bit of humidity, but that's okay. We're loving it.
Sometimes when you go racing, it rains a little bit, but it rains VHT, so it makes the track better.
Yeah. But then when we get the flash floods, that's when the surfers come out and they come down the mountain.
There you go.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We always use everything here.
Now, Dave, you guys have sent us some footage here from the Route 66 race that you guys did.
Oh, okay.
And we're playing it right now, and we're showing some of the cars go down the track. Now, everybody tells me they like that track out at Route 66.
Well, it's hard to beat it. It's a state-of-the-art facility, big stadium of drag racing. It's only about, 11, 12 years old, something like that. And it's a beautiful facility. And we're very, very happy to have our upcoming race, which would be our 4th race of the NDRL IAM Championship Series at the Route 66 Classic, which is sponsored by the Hollywood Casino there. I think some of our guys are going to end up going over to the hotel there and having a little fun in the after hours, at the casino.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, and it's going to be a great event. This year it's a one-day event. We're trying to convince them to turn it into a Friday night qualifying and Saturday race event next year. But we'll see what happens. You know, we're hoping for the best this year. This is our first full race there. In the years gone by, we've done some match racing at these events, and they decided to, and wisely decided, to turn it into a real competitive event and bring our whole program in there. We're hoping to have between 60 and 80 NDRL cars at the event at Route 66 next Saturday, August 16th.
August 16th. Nice. Now, you guys just did the Blue Suede Cruise at Norwalk, correct?
That is correct. And I'll tell you, it's going to really be hard to top that event real soon. Bill Bader pulls out all the stops, as he always does. The guy has some kind of a mojo for treating people right, making sure the racers are treated right, making sure the track is perfect. The hot rodders, he really wants to take care of them too. It was an outstanding event. We had a record number of cars come out. 86 NDRL entries came out. Unbelievable qualifying. The tightest qualifying in every class in all of the years we've been together. We had guys running double O's, and they weren't number one on their indexes. Wow. It's just amazing competition between these guys.
You know, I love that track, that Norwalk track.
Oh, yeah.
Or Summit Motorsports, whatever it's called. It's the best track in the world, and I've said it before, and there's nobody that can argue. You know, the track is great. The pits are great. Everybody that works there is fantastic.
And the ice cream is what, $1 a pound?
$1 a pound.
$1 a pound.
Come on.
I mean, that's true to my heart. What?
You got to hear this, guys. I have two of my crew members, Alex and Tanner Mullen, are two of my 13-year-old grandsons, and they come with me whenever they can. And they're really good crew. They're not just make-believe crew. These guys know how to do everything in between rounds, set up the event, and do the whole deal. They had $6 worth of ice cream each.
Yeah.
Over the 4-day period.
Boys after my own heart.
And they can run it off, you know.
Wow.
I was thinking throw down a $10 bill and fill it up, baby.
Now,
Yeah.
Diana likes the ice cream, but I got a thing for the French fries there because they make the old-fashioned, they cut up the potatoes, they fry them in good old-fashioned lard. They're delicious. Fantastic. Of course, they will kill you, but it's worth it.
Eventually, everything's going to kill you.
Yeah, but you might as well go
You know
happy.
what else he does there? He's got electric in the pits along the fences, islands in the pits with trees.
That's right.
It's just a really friendly place to go and race. It's a really well-done deal. And we hope other tracks take a look at what he does because it's great for sportsman racers. There's no doubt about it.
You know, the grounds are manicured. There's signs on the walls that say, if there's anything here that you see that does not meet your requirements, let us know and we'll make it right.
You bet, man.
Wow.
Now, what was the? You got any race results from that last race? You got any of the winners?
I sure do. Yeah. You know, I don't want to bore you with all the details, but the qualifying was unbelievable. For instance, in the Quick Fuel Technologies Pro Gas qualifying, our number one qualifier ran a 002 lap on his C-Gas 90 index. Let me see. Your number one qualifier in Pro Comp was a Canadian. One of our members is from Canada. We got members from all over the country
You allow
and
that,
Canada.
huh? You allow that?
He ran a 9006 on his C-Comp index. The number one qualifier in Pro 750 was the Islander Pat Friels with a 66 GTO.
Wow.
That baby is gorgeous. It's his red and white GTO. He ran a 750 with a 2. And the number one qualifier in Pro 70 was the eventual race winner, Billy Smith. He had a 7004 on his very first lap off the trailer. These guys come swinging for the fences. So when the folks come to Route 66, they are going to see a show, let me tell you. And the race tightened up. I don't have all of the different classes in front of me right now, but boy, did it tighten. Each class is within a couple of points from the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spots. It's really a tight race.
Now, Dave, let me ask you about the Friels family. You've got Papa Pat Friels with the 67 GTO, and Bruce has some in-car footage that you sent me that shows them going down the track. Also, Robbie driving the altered And then I think the one we got right now is a twin-engine, front-engine dragster that Pat Friels drives. And this was built by the world-famous Ruman, one of the best fabricators in the world out of the Indiana area.
Absolutely.
Ruman, if it's done by him, it's done right. But this is great to see a guy bring out a twin-engine dragster, and he's racing it. He ain't cackling it. He's not displaying it. He's driving it.
Oh, that's cool.
You know, the Friels family has a deep history in not just drag racing, but Papa Friels goes way back to tractor pulling, so multiple engines is no big deal for him. But for us, seeing a twin-engine front-engine dragster in competition, it's insanely cool. It was all the rave when we heard the background on it, and it was being built, and Keith Bergen over there, Ruman is his other name, he's well more known by, when he was building this thing, it was all hush-hush, and, we finally got to see the car, and they had a few little quirks with it in the beginning, but let me tell you, the Friels family knows how to put cars down the track, and within a 2-race period, this thing was running the number, man, and it's great. I think it's Jared Bradshaw's running it, and what a great car, great family. You know, the Friels family won Sportsman of the Year award in the 2013 series, the entire family, and we're so proud to have them and people like them as part of the NDRL.
Don't you think this... I'm sorry.
I was just wondering what kind of number that car runs.
Yeah.
That's a 750 car.
It is 750.
Wow. Well, was it even racing another car? Because I didn't see anything next to
Close
it.
to him, yeah.
No, there was another car.
That could have been a qualifying pass. I don't recall, but he races other cars, and he's very, very competitive.
But he just leaves them in the dust because we didn't see anybody next to him.
In Chicago, we'll have more footage, and I don't doubt that they'll be right up there with the top competitors.
So that's 2 small block Chevys in that thing?
It's a small block Chevy up front and a big block Chevy in the back.
Oh, like an odd couple car.
It is so cool.
Wow.
It is so cool.
Unbelievable. Dave, don't you think this is the type of car that makes nostalgia racing so much fun?
Well, yeah, it's what's missing from the big show.
Yeah,
some diversity and something that looks like a real automobile or something that people can recognize from their youth or to something to that effect. And obviously NHRA can't have a bunch of 41 Willies running out there, but we're getting off on another tangent here.
Yeah, don't go down there. But
because maybe they should.
I got to say that this is the type of thing where every time it runs, everyone in the stands is thinking, oh, that's so cool.
Well, just to get those 2 motors, a small block and a big block, to work in harmony and sync up is phenomenal that somebody has that ability.
Yeah, you think of the other cars that have run.
Every single time.
Yeah, twin-engine cars. The last ones were the Freight Train, Ivo's car, and...
Well, I hear crybabies because they've got dual carbs. Oh, we can't sync up the carbs. We got 2 engines that are different size, that we've synced up.
Size does matter.
It does.
I think one of the engines is a Rodec and the other one is it's a different aluminum block. I think they're both aluminum block motors too, so it's a really cool setup.
Well, as long as he's got enough sheet metal on the car to hold the stickers, he's fine.
Yeah, there you go.
That is so cool. I'm going to have to tell Bob Moravis, Floyd Lippincott about that because he's one of the guys who used to drive the Freight Train, lives here not too far from the studio.
Now, what are some of the sponsors, Dave, that are helping the NDRL become the premier nostalgia racing organization that it has become?
Well, I'm glad you asked, my friend, because we do have quite a list. So let me take a deep breath, and I'll try to run down them for you. We even have some new ones I want to mention.
Good.
Of course, we've got the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers. For the 4th year running, they are our series sponsor. Quick Fuel Technology, Briggs & Stratton Corporation, Ross Racing Engines, E.T. Genie, Hotheads Research, Sexton Wilbert Vault, DJ Safety, Saldana Racing Products, Mosier Engineering, Howard's Cams and Competition Products, Deist Safety, Freedom Racing Engines in Brownsburg, Indiana, Wood River Auto Parts, Scott Rods, Vintage Racing Supply, that's Keith Bergen's outfit, Shorty Raider Racing, and our newest sponsor is Renegade Race and Performance Fuels and Lubricants. What a great new company to have as part of our organization. They're based down in Bowling Green, Kentucky. I've been using their fuel for a couple seasons now, and they're supplying some oil to our top finishing NDRL members at each race. And I'll tell you, their products have really been good for me personally. I've heard nothing but good feedback from all of the racers that have been using the product. So I give them an extra little special pat on the back here because we really appreciate them coming on board this year.
Nice. And then I do have to mention, however, that, the American Pie Gasser has kind of become an icon down at Bowling Green. And, I would love to give you credit, but I can't. Unfortunately, I have to give your wife credit because she has these fantastic cookies that she brings out to every race. And we got a picture right here. These are fantastic. They taste like Christmas cookies, which happens to be my favorite kind of cookie. I got to wait all year for the dang things.
I'm going to tell you, my wife is such a great person. Without her, I would be nothing, to be honest with you. She's the backbone of the Mullen Motorsports. She does everything in the pit area. She's the pit chief, for sure. And the cookies are just the icing on the cake, if you want to put it that way. She slaves over these things, man. She even bakes them at the track. If she hasn't gotten them done before the track, she bakes them at the track for everybody.
And they're all hand lettered out. They all say American Pie, all written by hand. These are incredible.
If you can't be great, you got to have something behind you that's great. And for me, it's cookies and a wife named Donna Jo.
There you go.
Well, I like the attitude because you guys come down to race. You guys are very serious competitors.
Oh, yeah.
You've got great cars. You've got great organization, which is surprising because you guys run the lanes. You got a lane master. You run that thing like a well-timed clock. And I was going to say a $10 Timex, but that don't make sense. You guys have fun, too. You have a good time. You got a bunch of people. All the racers I see in the pits run your banner, the NDRL banner hanging off their trailers. It's got all the sponsors. The sponsors are getting great feedback. People see the logos all over. You guys do a good job, and I like the fact that I can show up. I can show up from the West Coast, and I know exactly what you're about. I know what your program is. I know what class my car's going to be in. You got it all laid out. It's all organized, and I don't know how it happened, but somehow you guys began working in conjunction with the NHRA out at Bowling Green, and it really added to it. You guys are doing a fantastic job of running your part of the event.
We appreciate that. We have Jason Becker to thank for the help behind the scenes. He's our race director. We brought him in about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and things got way better when Jason got there because trying to run an organization from the seat of a car when you're in the staging lanes is impossible. So we had to have somebody else, and Jason fit the bill perfectly. He's a great people person, knows racing. The affiliation with the NHRA came a couple winters ago. Steve Gibbs and I had a nice discussion about trying to standardize rules in the Midwest for their program, and he thought it was a great idea. And we hit it off like peas and carrots, I'm telling you. Jay Hollinger from the NHRA has been absolutely wonderful working with us. This next year, we already have been invited back to Gateway Motorsports Park, probably around May 8th this year. It's a big nostalgia deal that they're doing, a nostalgia rendezvous. We've already been invited back to the Blue Suede Cruise again, and we're going to be coming back to Bowling Green, I believe. I have no doubt about that. In fact, the same rules that Steve and I worked out over a couple winters ago, they've incorporated with their Epping event, the brand new event in Epping, New Hampshire. So it's just been fabulous. And we're working on some really special new stuff. The cat can't come out of the bag yet, but when I get all the details, you will be the first to know what we're doing for next year.
That sounds great. Now, you won't be out at Epping?
No, I can't make Epping. I have a couple of match races that I've committed to. I'll be at Sykeston at Dino Dom's Sykeston Dragway on the Labor Day weekend. Then we'll be at Muncie for the Nostalgia Nationals. So, we got to get a little bit of fun in, too. The competition's great, but it's nice to go and do a little match racing where you're just with your buddies. You know, you mentioned the tightness of the NDRL family, and I got to tell you this. I just saw this on our pro board just moments ago before we came online here. One of our great racers, Steve Walzak, from out in Rochester, New York.
That's right, the Green Altered, him and his wife,
FS3.
Sally.
Yes, Steve and Sally, wonderful people. Well, he's not going to be able to make it. He has some kind of an issue with his timing valve train and stuff like that. He's got some kind of issue that cropped up its ugly-headed Empire, I think, over the weekend.
It's the snout on his blower crack.
2013 champion Larry Harlan offered him an engine to use at Route 66 this weekend.
Wow.
Gratis. I'm telling you, these are some of the greatest people that I've ever known and had the opportunity to be affiliated with. I love this NDRL family, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
Dave, when is the race at Gateway?
I believe it's the weekend of May 8th, 9th in 2015.
Okay.
And I believe he's calling it, he's already got a big deal out there. He's going to call it the Nostalgia Rendezvous this year. Last year they called it the Nitro Rendezvous, and I think they're changing it just a little bit here. And we're very happy about the affiliation over there at Gateway. What a nice facility. Mm-hmm. Chris Blair and Tony Spatola over there, they're doing a wonderful job with that track. They treated us very well, and we're really pleased to be going back there again, let me tell you.
That's at the Gateway track. And then when will you be at the, what's the upcoming Route 66 event?
August 16th, this Saturday.
It's in my
hometown. It's 20 miles from my house, my friend. I'm very happy about that one. I'm going to save a little diesel this time. August 16th, Saturday. It's called the Hollywood Casino Route 66 Classic, and our portion of the race is named the Briggs & Stratton NDRL Hot August Nights, baby, and it's going to be just a blast. We are going to have a really good time there.
Nice. Well, Dave, we got to go to a commercial break. Is there anything else you need to mention while we've got you on the air?
Brothers, I tell you what, and brothers and sisters over there in California, we love you from Illinois, and thank you for the time, and have a great rest of the season, guys, and we'll see you next year at the reunion, I guess.
We'll see you then. Thanks for calling, Dave.
You betcha, man. Bye-bye now.
Hey, we've got Hot Rod Bob Beck with the Great American Auto Scene. Bruce, you want to get that next commercial break out of the way? And
I think you got a powerful idea just now.
Mm-hmm.
Get that commercial break out of the way.
And then we're going to go just like a locomotion with no brakes. We're going to go full speed into the Great American Auto Scene with Hot Rod Bob Beck.
For over half a century, Currie rear-end components have been twisting out the torque and taking the punishment. And the new Currie lineup is stronger than ever. Some of the world's most capable, hardest-working vehicles depend on Currie gears, which is why you can too. Street cars, hot rods and resto rods, drag cars, rock-crawling four-wheel drive vehicles, whatever you're piloting, Currie expertise and rock-solid design means the parts will do their job, so you can do yours. Check out Currie's custom rear ends, featuring a full line of upgrades, components, and installation options. The Currie Crate rear ends lineup offers ultra-strong construction on third members and carrier assemblies. And other underside parts, like correct link steering systems, keep your four-wheeler pointed where you want it. Add in a wide variety of solid, purpose-built suspension and brake components, and you've got one tough, ready-to-go machine. Grab a hold of a Currie rear end. Talk to the experts at 714-367-2679 or view the complete line online at CurrieEnterprises.com. That has served to defend our great country and our freedom. All of us here in the United States of America would like to offer our sincere appreciation for all that you do and all that you've done. To every family that has made a sacrifice for us, we thank you.
M&H Tires, makers of racing tires that give you the best bite for the buck. You've paid a lot for that horsepower. Make sure you use it all. M&H Tires has the best compounds available for maximum traction. Go to mandhtires.com. That's mandhtires.com. Buy direct and save at the website and mention the Speed Scene for a 5% discount. That's right, mandhtires.com. Call them at 661-324-4773. M&H Tires has tech guys ready to answer your questions or to recommend the best tire for you. Slicks or DOT. M&H Tires has it all. M&H were the first to create racing tires for muscle cars and also the first to create racing tires for sport compact cars. Legendary M&H Tires. Shop online, mention the Speed Scene, and save 5%. Get the best racing tires, great personal service, and save 5%. Go to mandhtires.com or call them at 661-324-4773. MNHTires.com.
This is Dale Worsham, and you're watching Speed Scene Live.
Welcome back to Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online drag racing TV show. Brought to you by Curry Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and thefote.com.
Welcome back to the show, Speed Scene Live. My name's Lucky. Diana Mites over here. Bruce Barker, Hot Rod Bob Beck with the Great American Auto Scene. I want to show the latest issue of Drag Illustrated magazine. We're talking about nostalgia racing tonight. Paul Romine is on the cover. So, great magazine. Check it out. And, of course, check out the Curry Sportsman Spotlight. It's in each and every month.
Are there articles in that magazine, like any special articles?
The one I just mentioned, that one. Yeah, that one.
Yeah. What page is that? Normally you open it up, show everybody.
What I would really like to show you is I always tell people if you put a Speed Scene Live sticker on your car or pretty much put it anywhere. We've seen golf carts, we've seen bicycles, we've seen wagons. I would like to thank Snakebite up in Canada from the Pro Tree Racing Association and Snakebite Racing. Look at this, man. Does that look fantastic?
Where did he get that big old sticker?
Yeah. Now, check this out. He's got it set up to where he can pull his car in front of the trailer, and the top of the roof comes to right below the sticker. So you'll still see the logo once his car's parked there.
Man, he got a huge Speed Scene sticker.
That looks great, doesn't
Good for
it?
you, Snakebite. Kudos to you.
Hey, thank you very much, Snakebite, for the support. It just warms our cockles.
Yes, that too.
What's a cockle?
I'll show you later.
Just don't point and laugh.
I won't say it's little.
Don't say it's little. And when it comes to this sticker, say that's huge.
That's huge. That's a 4-footer, man.
It is
That's
it's
huge.
bigger than the one on my car.
Oh, you're right. And
bigger than my car.
that takes up the whole car.
Yeah. So
I can
thanks,
see-
Snakebite.
I can see that on the roof of your Mini.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah. There you go. That's an idea.
What did England ever do for you?
Yeah.
You run their flag every day.
Oh,
you know,
right.
Whoa, jeez. Didn't we kick their butt one year and they wore? Anyway.
Don't be a whack-up, Lucky.
Oh, that time, yeah,
nobody
that was
likes a
way back.
whack-up.
That was a couple hundred years ago.
Yeah.
Bob,
Yes.
Speaking of butt kicking, you have got the Great American Auto Scene and Hot Rod Bob Beck with the Great American Auto Scene each and every week here on Speed Scene Live.
Good evening, everybody. Hi, I'm Hot Rod Bob, as you know, and you've got gas tonight on Speed Scene. You know, coming up in November is one of the biggest and baddest shows around in the speed industry. It's SEMA, the Specialty Equipment Marketing Association.
Is that specialty equipment right there?
That sure is. I'll tell you what. So what we're going to do is...
selling right there?
Who cares?
Does it matter?
I
Bolt-ons.
think posters. It says something right there. But at the SEMA show, these are shots from last year's SEMA show, where you can find everything and anything that has to do with hot rodding and racing. It was started back in 1963, and at that time it was called the Speed Equipment Manufacturers Association.
I remember.
Yes. And this, where else can you find a Nissan GTR equipped like this?
Oh, is there a car in that picture?
Yes, every shot is a picture
Every
of some-
picture has
every
a woman and her tatas.
Well, that too, but it's about a car. There's always something about a car in there because it is SEMA.
You have to put up with the spokesmodels in order to get the information about the products.
It
that
is
the companies-
Vegas. It is
Yes,
Vegas.
it
So,
is Vegas.
gentlemen, I want you to all see why you should be going to SEMA. Look what you're missing.
look
There's
at that
something for
steering wheel.
everyone
Look
there.
at the steering wheel on that. That is a custom wheel.
That is a deep dish steering wheel.
It sure is.
Yeah, I can see why now. At the start of the show, you mentioned something about it's okay. You're going to entice us to go to the SEMA show.
this
If
year.
I
mean,
could
you've
get
got to.
my hands on those wheels.
Right.
Yes, you could.
You'd be a dead man.
And here's an Audi. Look at that. And a Cadillac CTS-V. These are the kind of cars. This was a section at SEMA where they showed off the dub wheels and things of that nature. They had a course out in front of the parking lot for people to test drive things. Everything imaginable for a hot rod, a muscle car, a race car.
That's a
is there.
fast Audi, too.
Yes.
That's
I mean,
really
and
fast.
look at this great car. Look at the
I
wheels
think that's
on
more
that
of
car.
an innie.
Look at the bodywork on that front end.
I know. The craftsmanship.
More of an innie.
Well, the other day at Irwindale, we had an Audi in one lane and an Infiniti in the other lane, so we kind of had an Innie and an Audi.
Yeah.
But the SEMA show, it is something that started out here in Southern California. Our friend Ed Iskandarian was the first president of the organization, where it brought together all the speed equipment manufacturers and standardized the operations, the quality, and how they presented themselves to the market.
And this, by the way, is not Ed that we're showing.
No, this is definitely not Ed. But look at those wheels. I mean, these are the things you can see at the SEMA show. It's in Las Vegas. You can go on their website and join SEMA, become one of their members. You can also get your registration to go to the show in Vegas. It has outgrown every place it has been. It is currently taking up the entire Las Vegas Convention Center and I believe part of the Sands Hotel Convention Center.
And the
Or what
whole
used to be.
outside as
The
well.
outsides
Last
as
time I
well.
went, the whole outside was.
It takes you
what is
2 or
that?
3 days to go through this show.
You
And
know,
that's
it
if
might
you
take a
rush.
couple days.
At least. Now look at this.
2 days.
This is a Monster Drink sponsored vehicle.
Pair of days.
You can
Yeah.
barely see the vehicle behind the young ladies.
Oh yeah, there are ladies.
But they're
in there.
wearing clothes the same
Same
color as
Monster.
the car, so
they're matching.
It's color
blend.
coordinated.
They're matching, Lucky?
Yes,
Yes.
matching. Yes. And now look at the Lambo doors on that car.
That's really
You mean
something.
the one door that you can barely see to the far left?
Well,
she doesn't look very happy.
Yeah, well,
it's
some
probably
reason.
because
I don't know. She's
everybody's
cold.
looking at the Lambo doors.
Yes,
I guess.
yes, that's
You know,
probably.
It's a shame for these poor girls to get ignored as we look at the
This was
incredible craftsmanship on
Look
these
at this
vehicles.
Mustang.
This
This
young
was
lady has a nice
great-
smile.
Yes, she's got a Mustang there.
Well, a classic car.
A classic
Yes.
Mustang. I mean, and it's beautiful. Those are some of the
And
things you're
who's
going
the
to see
sponsor
there.
in the back? What does it say? Continental?
Continental Tire.
You know, I
yeah.
noticed in the back that the curtains match the carpet on that display.
Sure they
I was
do.
looking at that. Yeah.
Yes.
Hey, a bit of the rulings and the specifications for SEMA. I've bought wheels before, at least
Yes.
old ones that have a SEMA sticker on them. Does SEMA establish rules for safety and things like that too?
They came up with a standardization to try and get the members' legitimacy, I guess you could say, and keep everyone on the same track. And that started back in 1963.
Okay.
Ed Iskandarian being part of that, and Edelbrock and so forth. Edelbrock's still very active. B&M, Offenhauser.
GT steering wheels was
That's
one of the
right.
founding members.
Yeah. You've got to get to the SEMA show, because if you want to see what's new in the industry, and it's NEW. You've got to go to the SEMA show. It is the most amazing show around. Now, they recognize people in the industry. You see them walking all over. You'll see everybody from Perdome to McEwen to the top guys today.
Linda Vaughn.
They wouldn't
Vaughn,
want to
yes.
miss
Yeah.
this, would they? Did you take these
Vintage
pictures
Corvette.
yourself?
John
I didn't.
Force, some of the top pro
Yes,
racers
they're
will
all
be
there.
there. Chip Foose will
Yes.
be there. And it takes, look, here's Courtney Force's
car. The track's a
car,
sponsored car.
to show that it's not just about guys. There is some female influence as well.
Yes.
And this show you can't even do in one day, Bob. It takes a couple days.
It does. It's an amazing show. You can see every manufacturer. The magazines are all there. Every magazine. So if you want to find out what the hottest magazines are, they're there. Ford's there. Chevrolet's there. See, here's a Camaro.
That is a Camaro.
Well, yes, that is. You can actually see the car in that picture.
I'm sorry, I wasn't close enough, but it was.
I didn't know there was a Celine Camaro. When did that happen?
It kind of looks that way with that stripe, doesn't it?
No, it says it in the windshield.
It says it. Well, Steve Celine bought back his company.
I did not know.
So he's got to, he's trying to expand things, and
good for him.
That's very smart of him because this Camaro is a great seller.
Yeah, it's outselling the Mustang,
and he's done a great job with the Mustangs. Obviously, no one will ever say he didn't totally rock the Mustang platform.
And along with this is a car show, not only off-road cars, custom cars, hot rods. There are certain vehicles and builders that are invited to bring their cars to this event. Look at the vintage Challenger alongside, I believe that to be a Mercury alongside.
I think you're right. Yeah.
That is a great pair right there. I got to tell you.
And that young lady is dressed appropriate to the
kind of like Anna Octane.
She looks like the old Dodge girl from the old commercials for Dodge Motorsports.
Wow. Yeah, I think that's a cute picture there.
Yeah, and there's another cute picture. Talk about plaid earlier.
Yeah, Bruce, weren't you wearing that same shirt earlier?
Yeah, I did the wardrobe
Not
change.
Quite. Yes, yeah.
I had the tablecloth on.
And there's a great array of wheels. You see manufacturers from all over the world now participating in the SEMA Car Show.
Man, there's some great parts, some great equipment there.
That is. And I know I'm going to be there. So if you get to go to SEMA, track me down. I'll be trying to wear a Speed Scene Live shirt.
Trying to wear it?
Trying to, yeah. Well, it depends on how much bigger I get.
You'll be fine.
Lately. But
we can let out the seams.
Yes, we can. But the SEMA show is an amazing show. You don't want to miss it. If you can and you have the opportunity to get to Vegas in November, check out their website. I believe we've got their website that you can go to and go to SEMA. Check out the history of SEMA, what they've done for the industry, how they've helped you, the car builder, driver, racer, because they are an important organization that is supportive, and they also provide lobbyists to help protect our hobby and sport.
Does everybody understand what that is? Why don't you explain to the public what the lobbyists do?
For an example, you've got a lot of states that are trying to legislate out your car. They're trying to obsolete emissions
smog.
for whatever they think. They think they're dangerous. They don't understand them. SEMA has people in the state legislatures and in the federal government that make sure that your rights and hobby is not infringed upon, and they have helped. They worked with a few years ago when Boyd Coddington had some issues with some cars he was working on. SEMA got in and mediated a settlement and resolved the problem. Now, what we ended up with is some great engines from General Motors that you can put in your hot rod or custom, and it's completely emissions legal.
That's great. That's great. And what people don't understand is, we're fighting against big corporations that crush vintage cars because they get tax credits and they're allowed to pollute our air with the emissions from their companies if they crush X amount of vintage cars, which really aren't, as much damage as the pollutions that they're emitting into the air. So that's what the lobbyists are doing for us. They're fighting for the people that want to keep these vintage cars around for future generations to be able to restore and so forth, instead of putting into a crusher and eliminating forever.
Right.
And what I like is the fact that the industry, the automotive industry, especially vintage cars, nostalgia cars, is huge in America and provides a lot of American jobs.
Correct.
Where a lot of the new cars are being shipped from overseas, out of the country, or not providing. Sure, there are some, but for the most part, they're not providing jobs here in America, where a lot of this industry that's located at SEMA, the Edelbrocks, the Iscadarian, the GT steering wheels, the Currys, these are companies that employ people right here on American soil. America, right.
America, yes.
And that's important to me. And I can tell each and every one of these young ladies is an American.
Born in America.
That's right. That's made in America right there. And you can be proud of that.
Yeah, I bet she was made in America.
Made and bought in America.
Bob, a great segment. You know what? For some reason, I can't wait to see your next one.
Oh, wait till I get back from SEMA.
Man, I cannot wait. Hey, we showed all these spokesmodels, these lovely young ladies. But, at Match Race Madness, there was a young lady by the name of Diane Branham that was racing. I got the opportunity to race her. And it's not just guys racing out at Match Race Madness. It's also young ladies. So Diane has been labeled the first lady of Match Race Madness, and they're always looking for more lady racers to come on down and show the boys just how to do it.
Now, this is the same Diane that was in the studio here just a couple of months ago.
That's correct. That's correct. And she's not a big fan of being on TV, so she toughed it out, and she came on in, did a great job. Let's find out what she has to say.
Hi, my name's Sonia, and what's your name today? Diane Brennan. Diane Brennan. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Tell me how you like racing.
It's a passion for us. My husband and I race together, and we both have cars. And I kind of married into the sport 28 years ago. And
that's fantastic. So tell me what kind of engine you have today.
I have a 556 big block Donovan.
Is there anyone in particular you would like to go against today? Maybe your husband?
My husband and I frequently race each other, but I'm actually racing the Match Race Madness this weekend, so I will be racing Lucky Hudson. We've been here 4 or 5 times to Verona, and we're liking it. It's kind of a drive for us. It's about 3.5 hours, but we're enjoying this track very much. I'm excited. I'm honored because I'm the first woman to be in the match race.
Oh, really?
And but I'm a little bit nervous.
Don't be nervous.
And
don't be nervous.
Just give it my best shot.
Okay, so my last question. I see you dyed your hair purple. Is it to kind of match with your car?
Yeah, kind of. I'm a grandmother of 4, and so I'm having fun with the hair, with the car, and just having a good time.
I would have never guessed your grandmother, ever.
Yeah, that's one fine-looking Nova she has.
That's right, and she is a fast grandma. She gets out, she kicks butt, she is a great driver. Her husband helps her with the car. You know what? She knows what she's doing. She's a great representative of Match Race Madness, and we had a great time racing out there. I don't know if she will be at the next one, but I think her husband will be racing. That's what you said.
It's a possibility. I know he had to rebuild the motor on his Vega. Diana, I think, is taking a little bit of a break from it, but with the old motor, she blew her motor. And they were running 6 O's with the old motor. All motor, no squeeze. She was running 580s with a little bit of juice. And now the new motor, they expect to be in the 5s, all motor.
Wow. And Lucky, this video is available too, right?
Yes.
That's right. You can go to Paradise Motorsports and you can purchase this DVD. But let me tell you, hey, why not be on the next DVD? Coming up with Hot Rod Bob Beck in the announcer booth. Why not go on down, be on the next DVD, bring your car, be a spectator, and be part of the excitement of Match Race Madness at Verona?
What do we have here, Bruce?
Well, the cars they're a little more sedate in terms of the fact that they're parked. Although that Cobra could probably get it up.
Cobra.
Yeah.
Baby.
So shots here from Glendale Cruise Night. That's Glendale, California. For those with Glendales in it seems like there's a Glendale in every state.
Arizona, and
yeah. So this happened a couple of weeks ago. We figured we'd get some footage on the air. It's what is it, a mile, did you say,
Just
Bob?
about a mile of downtown Glendale gets blocked off the main street, Brand Boulevard, and it fills with cars. I don't know how many, but it has been going on for about 20 years now.
Yeah, many hundreds.
One of my favorite restaurants are out there, Porto's.
Yeah, that Corvette is one of the Road Kings Car Club members I'm with. He's owned that car since it's almost been new. The only variation from stock is he painted it pearl gold.
Oh, so that wasn't a Chevrolet color.
No.
Yeah, because that's pretty paint on that car.
Yeah, and that was done about 40 years ago.
Dang! I got a parked out. There's a Mustang parked across the street that has pearl white paint that was done 30 years ago, and we all know what that looks like now.
Yeah, in places it looks really nice.
Yeah, like 1 square inch. Now, this is Kevin Major Howard. We'll see a bit more of this later as we do what's going on, but he's got a series of cars, each one of which has hundreds of names, up to thousands of names on it. I think there's 5 different new Camaros, and each one memorializes a specific group of people that died in 9/11. So there's a Pentagon car. I think there's 3 World Trade Center cars, and then there's the Flight 93 car that crashed in Pennsylvania in the countryside there, United Flight 93. And these, it's a fundraising effort. It's kind of a Wounded Warriors type thing, and
Right.
really good stuff. So he showed
There's
up with all the
amazing
cars, and they
cars.
were a crowd pleaser. Yeah.
What a different group. Now, we talked about this car just a few weeks ago. This is the Manx Toad. And there's a Myers. That's a copy of a Myers Manx.
Yeah, because it doesn't have the badge bulge
Doesn't have the
on
badge, right.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah. Now, Bruce, what car did you bring out to this event?
You know, we'll see it in a while. I brought out for the first time ever, and it's been in the front end shop ever since. They're trying to find parts. Is anybody surprised? It's a 58 Lincoln Continental convertible.
Oh,
And so-
that's a lot of nice
Stinking
car.
Lincoln. I love that Lotus.
It's a big fat car. So yeah, we'll see that in just a little bit. We might have to kind of quickly go through some of this stuff, but I know we also have what's going on.
We do have what's going on, and do me a favor. When we get to your car, can you stop the video and back it up and let us soak in the greatness of the Bruce Sparger
Soak
Lincoln.
in the greatness.
That 58 Edsel was your friend's car, Bruce.
That's right. Mark Pollock owns that car.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and talk about what's going on. It's brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, Aeromotive, as well as Hedman Hustler Header. We want to thank all of our sponsors here at Speed Scene Live.
That's right, Dynamite. And you heard Dave earlier talking about the NDRL will be at Route 66 Raceway this Saturday night. Go on down this weekend, get your tickets, and go on down and check it out.
And August 15th and 16th, Industrial Injections Rocky Mountain Shootout. That's going to be at Salt Lake City's Utah track.
August 15th through the 17th, the Colonial Classic at Virginia Motorsports Park.
And August 15th and 16th, the Super Chevy Show at Bandimere Speedway in Denver, Colorado.
Diana Mike told you at the beginning of the show that August 22nd through the 24th, the American Nostalgia Racing Association Summer Nationals will be at Auto Club Famoso up in Bakersfield.
And Match Race Madness, we talked about that a little bit. That's going to be out at Barona down in San Diego. Be a part of the excitement. Buy the DVD, maybe be on the next DVD.
And Bob, you will be the voice in the tower out at the Match Race Madness.
That's going to be August 23rd at Barona Drag Strip.
The Yellow Bullet Nationals will be at Cecil County August 29th through the 31st. That's a Labor Day weekend. It's once a year. There'll be 10.5. There'll be drag radial. There'll be 8.5 index. There's a lot of fun. Diana Might has been out there. I've raced that event. It's a great deal at Cecil County.
Absolutely. And let's not forget the Shades of the Past Car Show. That's going to be at Pigeon Forge, Tennessee at Dollywood. And that's September 5th and 6th. It's the biggest show of the year, so don't miss it if you're in the area. And stop by the Curry Racing Rear Ends booth. Say hi to Lucky and, show him some love.
Dollywood.
Dollywood. Dollywood.
Yeah, well, in September 5th through 7th, the NMCA West will be out at Las Vegas. Might be a little toasty out there that time of year, but they'll probably race at night, so hey.
And the 11th through the 14th, the NHRA Hot Rod Reunion. That's going to be all the way at New Hampshire.
Whoa.
And
Look
I
at
plan
this.
on being there. Hey,
Whoa,
look at
okay.
that.
Is that
Beautiful
your Lincoln,
car.
Bruce? That is the Lincoln.
That is amazing.
Wow. The last
got
time
paint.
I saw that, it looked like hell.
It did look like hell.
That is beautiful.
That's gorgeous, Bruce.
It's about half together.
How many bodies can you get in the trunk?
Oh, tons, man.
How many bodies does he have in the trunk?
Well, don't piss them off.
Now, is this a factory color? Why this color?
This color is not factory. It was silver originally. And, this seems like a cheese reason to change a car color because I really am not a big fan of changing a car color unless you're doing a modified something or other. You can see
look
the
at
door
the
panels
interior.
are all missing still.
Yeah, the
But
seats are nice.
the original color was silver. And, every car is silver. I just said, I'm not going to
Silver's
do
so
that.
boring.
Oh,
hey,
that
it's
is
got
cool.
the headlight thingy like my Cadillac.
It does.
Yeah.
The Ultronic Eye.
The Ultronic Eye.
That is so cool, Bruce.
Yeah, it's quite the boat, and that was its first trip ever driving anywhere.
The maiden voyage.
And there was some scary clunks in the rear end and stuff, but it made it there and back. So.
Those bodies rolling around, you got to tie them down, Bruce.
Oh, that's what it's what's in the trunk is the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now they're still trying to find some suspension parts to get this thing back on the road because it needs an alignment, the typical stuff.
Like ball joints and that type of
all that
thing.
junk, yeah.
You can find all that stuff.
And that color looks way better than silver would have looked on it. Absolutely. And silver oxidizes so horrifically. I mean, you have to keep it indoors, and it's a terrible, terrible color to try to upkeep unless you have it covered inside somewhere. But this is a beautiful color.
That is great.
Well, thanks.
And this weekend, guys, you know it's hard to walk when you got a Woody. Well, there's going to be tons of them at the beach in Santa Barbara. It's Woody's at the beach at the West Campus of Santa Barbara City College, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Woody's at the beach. Come on out and stop by. I'll be at the AAA booth with a real 1924 Woody tow truck.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
Yes.
What brand is it? What
Dodge.
A Dodge Woody tow truck.
That's right.
Of course, owned by Auto Club.
Auto Club, yes.
Wow, that's cool.
That is going to rock.
Nice tie-in.
Yeah, I like that. Well, we're at the top of the hour, and we want to thank everybody for joining us. We'll see you next Tuesday. Bruce, why don't you take us away?
Dang, where did this time go? As usual. It's great to see you guys, and we got some great shows lined up. Lucky, of course, gave you some of the clue on that as the show started tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. We'll leave you with some of this 9/11 tribute, the 9/11 tribute car material, as well as some more Glendale Cruise Night as we get our butts on out of here. I'm Bruce Barker. The encore presentation comes up next. One round of faces. Here's Diana Mike, Lucky Hudson, and Hot Rod Bob Beck. All right, look, thanks for joining us. We're back next week right here at Speed Scene Live.
Speed Scene Live TV, the #1 online motorsports TV show. Brought to you by Curry Racing Rear Ends, M&H Tires, Hedman Hustler Headers, Aeromotive Fuel Systems, and TheFoat.com.